All right, it's your boy Pillar. We back at it. The quote for the day from the book The African Origin of Civilization, Myth or Reality by Dr. Cheik Anta Diop. Edited and translated by Mercer Cook. Okay, so let's go in here and let's see what we got. Look at that picture of the Sphinx. Okay, we want to go to. Let's go right here. Okay, let's see what he says. You see where's orange at? He says, I am delighted to learn that one idea proposed in La Africa Nore pre-colonial, the possibilities of pre-Columbian relations between Africa and America, have been taken up by an American scholar, Professor Harold G. Lawrence of Oakland University, is in fact demonstrating with an abundance of proof the reality of those relationships which were merely hypothetical in my work. If the sum total of its impressive argument stands up to the test of chronology, it can be proved in the final analysis that all the facts noted existed prior to the period of slavery. His research will have surely contributed to solid material to the edifice of historical knowledge. I would like to conclude by urging young American scholars of good will, both black and whites, to form university teams to become involved, like Professor Lawrence, in the effort to confirm various ideas I have advanced instead of limiting themselves to a negative sterile skepticism. They will be dazzled, it not blinded by the bright light of their future discoveries. In fact, our conception of African history, as exposed here, has practically triumphed. Those who write on African history now, whether willingly or not, base themselves upon it. But the American contribution to this final phase could be decisive. Dr. Cheik Anta Diop, July 17, 1973. My fault, just very powerful. So what he's saying, he said, I'm delighted to hear the idea proposed in La Africa Nore Pre-Colonial. So the possibilities of a pre-Columbian relations between Africa and America. So what he's saying is that in his book about Africa that he proposed the idea that Africans were in pre-Columbus America. He was just doing it in a hypothetical thing. You know, he didn't really have any information, but he was just guessing from the stuff he found in Africa that we must have been in America already. And to his delight, he's saying that he found that Professor Harold G. Lawrence of Oakland University had been writing on it, and I had read some of that stuff too. It's dope. And he said, facts demonstrating with abundance of proof the reality of those relationships which were merely hypothetical in my work. If the sum total of its impressive arguments stand the test of chronology, it can be proved in the final analysis that all the facts noted existed prior to the period of slavery. Okay, so what he's trying to say is, if which we do know that Harold G. Lawrence information has stood up, right? As far as if when you read the article, which I will read for you, about he said, hey, if this information is true about Africans being in America before enslavement, then some of the stuff that we think that we brought to America as slaves was really already here, which is true. You know, I always say that American law system was Mayat. And he's delighted. And then he says his research will surely contribute to solid material to the edifice of historical knowledge. With the truth, basically. And then he's telling both black and whites, find information. That way you won't be a walking slave. That way you can see the truth. Because he's just saying that he hypothesized that maybe Africans came to America before Columbus. But to see that Professor Harold G. Lawrence has brought up information that he didn't even know about is very delightful. And also I would say, as somebody living in America, that when in the first line where he says the idea was proposed in his book La Africa Nore Pre-Colonial, We never even got that book in America. So in America, we don't even get books about Dr. Cheik Anta Diop hypothesis about Africans being in America before Columbus. We don't have those books. So we need those books here to even build on his work. But that's one of my quotes for today. Get at me. I love you. This is Ancient Kushite Empire Media. Your boy jpilla. One.